What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Cosby Chisholm here, back with another awesome update. And yes, I'm stopped up, and in Baltimore, we are currently in the midst of we're about to get snow. So that means everyone is going to flock to the grocery stores, going mad. Even though I don't think we're even going to get the amount that the weathermen are stating we're getting. The one job you can actually lie and keep it. So anyway, we're going to ignore the Markiplier fanfiction, and I clicked on the wrong thingy-mabobber. Here we go. We're gonna just bypass the Jacksepticeye fanfiction while we're at it too. I read that on my own time. Let's see. I'm not reading another Twin Quran because I was actually crying over one last night. That was not a good time. Haruka and Jury are assholes. Which one do I read? Okay, it's getting to the point where I'm about to go to my reading lists. Yeah, I'm getting to my reading lists. Because I can't pick one. Let's do a 7 Deadly Sins. I haven't done one of those in a while. 7 Deadly Sins, the Spider Sin, the Spider Sin, Meliodas, X-Reader. Fairy King, Harley Quinn, X-Reader. Which one do I want to do? Seven Deadly Sins, Meliodas, X-Reader. Yeah, only because I like the artwork, I'll do this one. I'm only gonna read a couple. If you guys wanna read it, go on your own time. What? Hold up, where am I? Okay, we're going to meeting. There we go. And there's Meliodas with his cocky ass attitude. Meeting. It was a peaceful day in your small village. You were just relaxing in an oversized shirt and some undies. Still a very awkward word. Just chilling on your couch after cleaning the entire house. Just as soon as you were closing your eyes, that you heard a loud bang was heard at your door. Oh shit. I just laid down. Why? I just laid down. You groaned as you just realized your sweet break was over. You opened the door, and there stood a young boy. He looked about 10 years old. Are you lost, little boy? Hello? You asked. He looked slightly offended and just stared. Then he walked in your house. You were shocked. So you grabbed his wrist. What do you think you're doing? You said anger mixed with shock, lacing in your tone. What does it look like I'm doing? What does it look like I'm doing? He says lazily. You were about to give a sassy remark, but he shut you up by giving your... I got none. Your mouth gasped open, and suddenly he received a big smack in the face. You received a smack in the face. You were blushing madly right now. Get out of my house! You yelled at him. He looks like he's about to cry, and you feel kind of bad. I said kinda, but not enough. He suddenly sniffles, and that's when you crack. Hey, come here. You say, hugging him. You can stay. As you say that, he grabs your behind and you push him off of you. But no more of that. You say sturdily, fine, but I can't make promises. Oh, yes. Meliodas is a closet pervert. Now I remember why I stopped reading Seven Deadly Sin Meliodas fanfiction. Now I remember. Fun times. Fun times were had. You go upstairs and get some blankets and pillows. And you also change clothes, because if you're going to have a pervert over, then you can't be comfortable. You bring the stuff downstairs and set it on the couch. Suddenly you forgot you didn't know his name. Hey, what's your name? You say awkwardly. My name's Meliodas. My name is Kristen. You say coolly. Hey, aren't you from the Seven Deadly Sins? You say unsurely, slowly backing up. He hesitantly nods, but as soon as he did that, he quickly responds, don't worry, I won't hurt you, because the stories aren't true. If you want, I can tell you the real story. At that part is when I would plop down cross-legged, have my elbows on my lap and both my hands underneath my face like this, and looking at the person like, ooh, tell me a story. I like stories. In attempts to get the person out of my house. Unless it's Halloween, then I go super yandere. Halloween is my time of year. I love it. And if you actually know me personally, you'll know that my family, we love decorating for Halloween just as much as we love decorating for Christmas. Our house is lit up. I mean, one of my friends says, I know exactly where you live, because a few times I had the beacon, I'm right here, motherfucker. And that's only on Christmas. Halloween is more of the spooky lights, and we have a real coffin in the front yard, a handmade electric chair, which is just a bunch of wood, and little doodads. Then we have body parts spread all over the yard, tombstones. We go the whole 9 yards. We love Halloween and Christmas. Mostly I like Halloween. I like laying in the front yard, pretending I'm one of the decorations until kids walk by and I scare the shit out of them. I mean... It was all a misunderstanding. We were walking through the castle and noticed the king's room was open. So we went in, and then guards came and told us to put our hands up. That's when we noticed the king's corpse on the ground. Then everyone blamed us for murdering the king. He says in a rush, trying to get you to be comfortable. Not working. You were still hesitant. How do I know you're not lying? You say calmly. Here, pinky promise. You can still lie on a pinky promise. He held out his pinky and you slowly walked up to him. Then you gave him your pinky. This is where your friendship began. Yeah, friendship. Let's go with that. We are not reading any further because now I remember this one. It just goes down. Only that chapter was innocent. Oh, poor king. I don't like that image because it makes me feel bad for him. There's Gother. There's Gother again. Can you tell I liked Gother for like the longest time? Well, first it was Meliodas I liked first. Then it was Bon. Then I liked Gother. Then I decided, you know what, this show is stupid. You're getting out of there because the rest were going to be lemons. You know what? Let's do a Jacksepticeye or Markiplier fanfiction. Where's that Antisepticeye reader? Here we are. I don't know what to say about that picture except he's staring at me. And it's creepy. Antisepticeye X-Reader. Another one. Holy smokes. A story about a 15-year-old in a high school where you can stay in dorms and figures out where figures out there might be grammar and shit. Yeah, you get the gist. If you're actually watching, I left it on there long enough for you to read along with me. And holy shit. That is a nice picture. I'm gonna save that picture later. That's a nice picture I can play with. Your mind's out of the gutter. Nothing like that. And no one's really watching. This stream isn't going to be very long anyway. I slip on my backpack and... Wait a minute. Warning, swearing, and maybe other things, but I will let you know. Yeah, you let me know. I slipped on my backpack and straightened into the comfortable on my back. Straighten it, be comfortable on my back. God, this is horrible. And with my curiosity leading me, I found myself at the door of the gym. I had heard something really weird yesterday, a rumor going around that something lived in the ceiling of the school. Ooh. Then I tried to ask the teachers about it. They pretended they didn't know we had a gym. And I was pissed off at them. So I'm taking matters in my own hands. I pulled a bobby pin from my long chocolate brown hair and twisted and bent it to fit the lock. I had made sure to excuse me, check for alarms, and it didn't seem like there was any. Triggers for opening doors. After a couple minutes of picking the door open and I walked inside, the gym was huge, so when I walked around there was a small echo to it. So only having the moonlight, I took out my cell phone and turned on the light. It illuminated and a small part of my view. But it was better than nothing, and I started walking around the gym to best ability, trying to find convenient place for holes in the wall. I heard a couple small steps and my heart went racing. Hello? Hello? I whispered into the darkness, hoping for a response, but nothing. I then heard a strange sound of something being pushed against wind, and I started to shake with fear and excitement. I suddenly heard the walking again, and I backed up into something. I slowly turned around to see a figure. It was too dark to see him. As I dropped my phone in fear, he quickly put his hand on my mouth and gagged me. Ugh. As I struggled to escape, shut your fudging mouth. I gotta keep it clean, at least clean, as much as I can. He whispered in a stern voice. I obeyed and stood still, trying to lift my head up to see the figure. I heard more walking from something else and saw some people walk in the gym. My least favorite teacher, Miss Lavender, she looked scared but worried for anyone who came in here. I heard the man growl, suddenly levitate from the ground. What was this guy? He couldn't have been real, trying to struggle again. The man cupped my mouth tighter, almost preventing me from breathing. Who's in here? I heard Lavender shout. The man didn't say anything, and I couldn't. So we stood quiet, just floating in the air. We were almost to the ceiling, which freaked me out because I have a fear of heights, so I didn't look down. And just squirming around in his arms, struggling to hold me up for this long. He was gonna drop me. I felt myself slowly slipping from his arms. He noticed and struggled to keep me in midair for long enough. Lavender was doing a full check through of this place. She wasn't even halfway through the gym yet. My head slowly slipped through his arms. And quickly I tried not to scream from the distance. He accidentally let go of my arm and I started falling, but he caught me by the leg and my long hair was dangling in midair. As I kept my mouth shut and saw Miss Lavender walk right past me, I heard his breathing got heavy. I tried to maneuver in midair. I suddenly started swinging back and forth, and I looked up to see the man swinging me. "What are you doing?" I whispered. The man didn't say anything. He continued until he was swinging me almost same level as he. And he suddenly let go of me. As I flew up, almost hitting the ceiling, and then falling down, but he caught me bridal style, catching his breath. His breathing sounded demonic and hard to understand, but I couldn't see him very well. I could only see one thing, and that was his eyes glowing abnormally green, and some hair green hair. That was strange. As he held, and I'm sorry guys, coffee break. Jesus God, I hate being up so early in the freaking morning. I love a good cup of Joe. Okay, let's see if I can maneuver and get my phone back in my hand. There we go. Now I got my coffee. And now you guys got my full attention. Kinda. I'm still a little... Ooh. Green hair, that was strange, as he held me still in midair. When Miss Lavender finally decided that she had explored enough and walked out of the gym, the man patiently waited, then descended down, dropping me a longer distance away from the ground. That was comfortable, and I slammed into the wood floor painfully and lied there for a second, making sure nothing was broken. I groaned sitting up, trying to find the man, but he was gone. I looked around and saw the familiar glowing eyes again, and walked towards it. It stood extremely still until it noticed I saw him. "Come out," I shouted, as quietly as I could. The man didn't even blink. And then I decided I'd have to do this the hard way. "If you don't come out, I'll scream," I said, again whispering. I heard a low, deep growl from the figure, and I waited a few seconds for him to decide. The figure didn't move at all. I slowly opened my mouth for him to know I wasn't joking around. And I saw his eyes come together, mad, and he slowly moved off the wall, walked on the ground, and I slowly closed my mouth a little more, and I closed my mouth. "Come out more," I demanded, and the man gave me a mad death stare. So he did this. He does the stare I do in the morning when some little shit decides to wake me up early. And even worse, they don't give me coffee. I am a roaring bear without my coffee. I am not a friendly person in the morning without it. Fun fact, I will murder somebody if I don't get coffee in the morning. "Come out more," I demanded, and the man gave me a death stare. And he slowly took one more step out into the light. I saw the man fully now. He had the green hair I saw earlier, and he was wearing a black shirt with the sleeves rolled up with the collar open. No, I didn't want to do that. Colored a grayish color, showing a little bit of his chest, with some regular jeans and black and white Vans. That's a nice picture of him. He had black wings emerging from his back. So this is basically one of the stories I was reading on my Kindle. This is not like it, because that story was a romance story. Another fun fact, I love romance novels. Teen romance is my weakness. Had black wings emerging from his back. They stretched out larger than him. I was starstruck by him. The guy that literally almost killed me by dropping me. He saw me examining him, and he lowered his wings, clenching his teeth in frustration. "What are you looking at?" he growled. You?" He growled at me, quickly opening his wings again, ready to fly away. "You," I replied, being honestly sassy with him. We stood quiet for a second, and I slowly walked over to him and tried to touch him, but he growled when I got close to him. He quickly grabbed my shirt and pulled me up to his face, tensing up at my touch. You cannot scream, you cannot know I'm here, you cannot tell anyone about me. You cannot see me again. Do I make myself clear? He commanded, gripping me tighter. I didn't respond. No, I don't. I don't even know what you are. I complained, trying to pry his hands off my shirt. You don't need to. I'm just trying to keep myself unknown, and you motherfucking 14-year-olds ruin that. He explained, his fingers unmovable. I'm not leaving until I know what you are, I said, staring to his green eyes, biting his fingers to let me go. He didn't even seem affected by it. If you don't shut your goddamn mouth, I'll have to make you, he threatened, lifting his fist up to me. I winced from the fear of his fist, and he started for me, but I quickly grabbed his arm an inch away from me. I struggled to keep his hand away from me as he slowly pushed through my strength to my face. I screamed as loud as my throat could handle. I felt him wince from my voice, and as effect, he pushed through my strength and knocked me out. That last few lines made the grammar was horrible. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have, because I have to get ready for work. Even though I'm in my uniform, I have to get things together to go with me. When this video is uploaded to YouTube, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't already, subscribe for more of my wacky craziness. Commenting below is optional. Also, going on my channel and going into discussions is also optional. I do my best to try and respond to you. Also, if you want, go on my Twitter, at Cosme Chisholm. I respond to everybody. If you want to private message me, I have no problems responding to anyone. All that's out of the way. I've been Cosme Chisholm, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have an awesome day, everybody.